Hello! Winter is coming. But before it arrives, I want to clear out some cupboard space, and I plan to do that with the help of this Clearout special! Hooray! The idea is I'm just going to look at some tat that people have sent me that I couldn't fit into one video or another before for some reason. And yeah, this is barely scratching the tip of the bloody iceberg, and frankly I'm still going to have a house full of broken toys and expired food, but hey, Clearout special! And yes, it's going to be even more rambling and informal than usual, but before we begin, so excited, my book's ready! 50,000 Shades of Grey. Oh, fantastic. You see, I thought that since that 50 Shades of Grey book has been so super popular, if I made a book with 1,000 times more, it'll be 1,000 times more popular than even that. Obviously, you would have to be an idiot to disagree with that reasoning. So yeah, looking inside, and indeed, here it is, the phrase Shades of Grey repeated over and over and over, exactly 50,000 times throughout the whole book, in fact. So the idea is, if you forget how to write the phrase Shades of Grey for some reason, you can literally pick up this book, open it to any page, any line, and it will give you 4 perfect examples. It is absolutely, without question, the best reference material of its very specific type. Slight problem if you're American, you may spell the word grey differently, in which case you'll just have to wait for an international edition. But yeah, I'm very, very pleased with it, frankly. A lot of work went into it, as you can imagine. Page 193 here, possibly my absolute favourite. Although, I'm not so keen on 192, though, so it sort of lets it down a bit. But hey, 193, absolutely fantastic. Slight problem, though. Turns out, when I did some research into that 50 Shades of Grey book, it's not the phrase Shades of Grey repeated 50 times at all. It's a bloody novel. It's like a story about sex and bondage and stuff, so the kinky mothers who bought that may not be so interested in my peerless reference work here. Such a shame, but it's too late to stop now. So yeah, this will be available on Amazon in a few days. Obviously, because, it's clearly a real thing and there's no problem with me selling it or anything. Right, on to the first thing. No! I lied. Before the first thing, I want to show you another video what I did very recently for T3 magazine. Have a look at this annotation thing. And also have a look at the link below, because they lead pretty much to the same place. Go and have a look at that. It's a funny sketch what I did about music gadgets, or indeed the worst music gadget imaginable. It's got death in it. You'll love it. Go watch that. We'll wait. Oh no, you can pause this, can't you? Let's just get straight on with food. Food. Oh dear. Some people sent me recently some Japanese food. At least I think it's Japanese, I'm not entirely sure. Well, actually, these must be, mustn't they? Some sort of... Well, let's get onto those in a minute and look at these first. Calorie Mate Block, balanced food. Calorie Mate Block is a nutritionally balanced source of the energy needed for daily activities, such as weeping because you're having to eat this. Calorie Mate Block is naturally suited for people on the go, who need an easy source of energy and nutrition at breakfast, work, sports, study, or any busy time. Classification, oh god. Ingredients, wheat flour, blah, 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 blah. Well, I've already opened one of these, didn't eat it because I dropped it on the floor, but there are plenty more, well, there aren't actually, I've smashed half of them, I feel a bit bad. Well, from what I saw, it just looked like shortbread, frankly. I've got no idea what flavour it is. It's just got the writing in black and this one's got it in red. I don't know what difference that makes. Yeah, it's just literally like a shortbread biscuit. Feels slightly less crumbly, I suppose, and... Oh, jeez! It absolutely stinks of, like, slightly rotten cheese. Yeah, it's horrible. It's like when you find a bit of Leerdammer at the back of the fridge that you should have thrown out months ago. Oh, God, I don't want to eat this now. Hang on. I'll nibble a bit on the corners. Oh, God. Oh, that is unreasonable in its awfulness. It does just taste faintly of rotten cheese. What idiot would deliberately make something that tastes like... Go on, let's try the other one then. It can't be much worse than... Oh dear, I dread to think, actually. So black is mouldy cheese flavour. What's red? Hang on. Yes, it is a different colour, thank God for that. Just the same thing again. I would throw a hissy fit. Come on, open up. We don't want you to. Oh, look! Oh, this one's got to be chocolate or something. Yeah, it smells vaguely of sort of cocoa powder or chocolate or something. And, well, it doesn't taste of rotten cheese. It does taste pretty much of nothing, with a very vague hint of cocoa powder. At least 1,000,000 times better than that. Well, that was jolly. Shall we have some dessert? I was so taken with these strawberry gel dumpling puff things. I've got no idea, it just says Royal Family on it. I very much doubt the Queen made these. They're strawberry flavoured. They're sort of gooey, and if you rip them open, they've got like just strawberry jam stuff inside. I'm not going to eat one of these because we opened them several days ago and they may have gone funny by now. But I thought they were bloody awful. I really disliked the flavour of them and the texture and everything. Didn't like them. But the other people I gave them to did like them. I was the odd one out, which was odd. So I'm now going to try this flavour. What fruit is that? Is that a lychee? I was going to say lime at first, but it's clearly not a lime. I'm going to guess at lychee. My fruits recognition skills aren't what they once were. Come on then. It's green. It's blobby. Eating it will make you sorry. I actually like those more than the strawberry, bizarrely. Yeah, it does taste vaguely of the fruit. It doesn't have the sort of weird aftertaste the other one had. Yeah, they're alright. Don't know if I would choose to eat them, if I wasn't recording it for my own problems and posterity. Well, yeah, I've had worse. For instance, this. Ugh. Still can't quite get over that, actually. Anyway, let's clear this to one side, because it's time to now look at Gelli Baff. That's right, Gelli Baff. I'm sure there's nothing silly about that name at all. Right, the idea about this is, as it says, turns water into goo and back again. This person is horrified by it for some reason. Either I think he's just been shot in the back, look. Ah! Tell Doris I love her. Blah. And that's his blood. New colour changing. Oh, not something I experienced. Anyway, ballistic blue to planet purple. Planet purple is not a colour. What planet is purple? Planets tend to be a bit large to be all one colour. Apart from Mars, because it's red and rubbish. Bathe in magic goo. No thanks, might give that a bit of a miss. Right, the concept behind this is that kids apparently like jumping into loads of goo. It really doesn't go any deeper than that. Turn bath time into playtime with Gelli Baff. Gelli Baff is safe, fun, and kids love it. Gelli Baff won't stain your carpets or kids. Yeah, if they were selling things that stained children, that would be a bit of a worry. Colour changes occur when the goo dissolver is added. Good for that. Ingredients: sodium polyacrylate, sodium chloride, and perfume, which is like perfume but spelt by a complete ponce. So, to create the goo, simply run the tap, slowly sprinkle the powder, blah blah blah, good clean, blah 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 blah. Well, it obviously isn't going to turn anything to jelly, is it? That would be ridiculous. Now, let's perform our own thing here. I already know exactly what this does, and I'll tell you why in a moment, but I have a small amount given to me by the owner of the box, and if we pour this in, we will get the authentic Gelli Baff experience, and some on the sofa, apparently. I'm now looking round me, wondering where I put the towel that I brought in with me. I've forgotten to bring it into the room. That's going to be a problem. Okay, we'll leave this here for a few minutes and wait for it to fully turn into Gelli Baff and not just slightly blue water with dust in it. Jellified, or something. As you can see, each tiny little speck of powder has swallowed some water and turned into a lob of jelly, and you're left with this horrifying silty mess that's kind of like, I don't know, a bucket full of space bogies? No real idea. Unfortunately, I've added far too much for this small amount of water, and if you were to add it to a bath, it would not be nearly this thick and gooey, unless you poured in like 5 packets worth. Probably not a good idea to do that, because it would, of course, block the drains. But, yeah, you can see what it's like here. It's not that pleasant. Would you really want to climb into a bath full of that? Well, don't worry, because it wouldn't be this thick, but still, it's all a bit of an odd concept. Excuse me while I wipe my hand. It's everywhere. Oh God, I've got it on my book. Oh, that's right, that'll wipe clean. Oh dear. Yes, yes, that was far too much for the small thing of water. I didn't do this very well. In theory, if you now add this, it will then help dissolve all this stuff back to a More watery state. That's not going to happen, is it? Because I've clearly overdone it. But anyway, let's get that to one side for a minute, because it looks like the weirdest dinner ever. And back to Gelli Baff. Now, imagine that you had to sell this to adults. What would you do? Would you make up some bullshit about it being relaxing? Because that's what the company Gelicity Skin Technology did when they made... Here we go. Oh, can't find the front now. Spa Gel Luxury Bath Soak, infused with lavender, jasmine and bergamot. It's the same stuff, just packaged for adults. Look, add the step 1 powder. Oh, hang on, you can't see it. Add the step 1 powder. Watch the luxurious gel form. There's nothing more luxurious than gel. Add step 2 powder to turn back to water. No fuss, easy to use. Look, she's so pleased with it, but she has sensibly decided not to stick her hair in it because you'd never get it out. Yeah, so apparently, if it's for kids, it's just wacky fun. If it's for adults, it's the most relaxing thing ever. Do not use motorised jacuzzis or spas. Not recommended for use during pregnancy. I imagine it is also not recommended for juice during pregnancy, but very few things are. The benefits: exfoliation, rehydration, deep cleansing, heat therapy, aromatherapy and detox. None of these things present when they're marketing it for the kids. Oh dear, there's definitely... yes. I hope that comes out of the bottle okay. Well, you'll be pleased to hear I took one for the team and decided to climb into a bath full of this shit. However, it was in somebody else's bath because I was terrified of clogging the drains. So I went to the person who actually gave me this and said, look, you reckon it works? Let me use your bath then. They were like, okay. So anyway, here is my fantastic thing about what I did. I poured the water in and yeah, it all went slightly jelly, although not as thick as the stuff in the bowl there. Feels sort of damp and silty, but when you take your hand out, it's basically covered in translucent blue bogies, and it sticks to hair everywhere, and it's all a bit unpleasant. Worryingly, pouring in the dissolving stuff didn't seem to make much difference, as the bogies were essentially the same as before. However, it did all drain away okay, so phew, basically. If you'd like to see more of the bath photos, by the way, you can get the full uncensored set for £4.99 at xxx.ashens.com, as ever. Right then, what's next? Oh yeah, something I want to mention quickly. Do you remember ages ago I showed something called an eye control pad, which was a little control paddy thing that you can connect to iPhones and iPads and Android phones and all sorts of stuff and use as a proper controller? Well, they're doing a Kickstarter for a massively improved second version with a full keyboard and stuff, so have a look below there if you want to check that out and maybe pledge some money towards it. I will be as soon as my debit card is unblocked, because apparently buying several tickets at a train station is very, very potentially fraudulent. I don't know why. Is that what people do when they steal your money? Just buy train tickets? Obviously so. Seems weird to me. Anyway, time for some action figures, because, you know, we haven't looked at any since last week. Remember Spider-Man? Well, here's Alien Spider. I might have to actually zoom out a bit for this. Oh, that wasn't very impressive. Alien Spider with his giant sai and his giant katana and his terrifying beady eyes. I get the feeling this isn't really Spider-Man. Perhaps it's because he's an alien. Right, giant action figure. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Stupid accessories, blah blah blah. Has a sort of samurai look to him. Yep, definitely a samurai look. I've remembered the funny way to pronounce it now. Things that sit in his hand are these. Look, they've got little pegs, so they do actually go in. That's something. Don't bloody stay in, though. You butter-fingered spider fake. Yeah, the bulgy eyes are slightly frightening, actually. They're coming right out of his skull, which isn't normal. But basically, it's just a shit Spider-Man rip-off that actually looks more like some sort of masked wrestler or something. The most bizarre thing is that this knee keeps appearing on the face detection on the camera. I can't quite work that one out. Anyway, why am I showing you that? Because I've been sent so many different types of these things you would not believe. We've now got the black one, Alien Spider. Could be Spider-Man's black suit, maybe? Is that what it's a reference to? I don't know. What about this one, where it's just alien power? And now he's got a couple of guns, and apparently he's just an alien. And if you shove him in the belly button, his eyes light up. Well, that was exciting. Oh, and look, he's got a little skull on him to prove how evil and alien he is. And they come in different bloody sizes, look. We've got these sort of mid-range ones. We've got a gold, And a black one, again, alien power. Although, having said that, they still look far more like samurai or something, although they don't have the poke-out eyes there. What's next? Oh, wait. Pretty much the same thing again, but very slightly smaller, with bleeding eyes. But now they're action figure ninja, for ages over 3. But no sign of a sad onion. Oh, that's a bit of a shame. Got some authentic writing on it that I can't understand. It probably says alien spider. And finally, slightly smaller again. These are just ninja. Very brightly coloured ninja. Ninja that you can see in the dark, which probably isn't a good thing for a ninja. And these are the cheapest ones yet. These ones don't even have legs that move. Did the previous ones? Oh no, they didn't either, actually. They're very slightly smaller look. You would expect them to be exactly the same from the same mould, but nope. Apparently this design is so popular they're going to make it in every size imaginable. Coming next, nanoscopic ones that you can inhale for your enjoyment. Right, what's next? Oh wait. Vehicles action figure. 20 pieces. What the bloody hell is this? It's just like a bag full of... I'm assuming it's something to do with like police figures or something. Let's have a look. Well, you've got hollow cars for your Flintstone style experience. You've got... Ah, yes, they are police. Look. Sort of mutant police. Mutant horrifying police. Possibly the twisted corpses of dead police. Look at it. It's like thin and made of rubber, like Plastic Man or something. And there's so much cast-off plastic around. It looks like he's got sort of an aura or something. And what is he trying to even do? Just running forward with his hand out. Possibly trying to find where the rest of his chest cavity has gone. Ugh. Anyway, here's a pointing one whistling. Feep. I'm a policeman. I am very thin. Yes. Here's one with a loudhailer. A very small loudhailer. A child's loudhailer, in fact, that he has stolen from them. Yes, this is my son's megaphone. I carry it with me at all times, and I'm inhumanly thin. Welcome to the police force. Here's one with a rifle. God, they give these freaks guns? That's not going to end well, is it? Again, inhumanly thin. Anything else? Oh, here's a headless one. That's always nice, yeah. It isn't until you've seen a lolloping, thread-like, headless monstrosity that you know the police are looking after your best interests. Anything else? No, just the pointers and things. Oh no, we've got one. He's gonna shoot somebody. Fantastic. He's probably tracked down somebody who isn't bright blue and inhumanly thin and is going to wipe them out. And then wear this cone on his head afterwards for fun. Oh look, barbed wire. Fantastic. So that is a vehicles action figure set. Apparently, if that cost any more than 49 cents, I want to see the world burn. Well, that's your lot. No, it isn't. I've got one more thing. Ugh, this one's so depressing. Even I couldn't bring myself to look at it for a while. Welcome to the world of Light Up Robot. It looks a bit Gundam. This is my favourite thing. Directive, fun. No, nobody's going to have fun with this. It's just a really, really cheap toy that apparently lights up. Warning, do not dispose of batteries or products in fire. Batteries may explode or leak, which may be in some way entertaining and completely against the ethos of this toy. The great thing is you can't actually pull the tab out in order to activate it. So, here's one that I did, because I was inexplicably sent 4 different flavours of this. We've got the lime there, we've got licorice, blueberry comes in later, and finally, of course, strawberry. So, no articulation on the legs, barely any on the arms. That's it, just literally those 2 joints. All hollow at the back, needless to say. Well, the arms are, the rest actually isn't, because of the light up function. Are you ready to light up? I'll bet that's just rocked your world, hasn't it? Wow. If that was any brighter, it would almost be visible to human eyes. Fantastic. That is a really quite crap toy. I suppose from a certain angle it looks vaguely pretty. As long as you don't look round the back, touch it, and especially not press the light up button. So there we are anyway. That has cleared a little bit of space for me to fill with other crap almost immediately. And now I've got to work out how the hell to dispose of those bloody gel particles. Oh God.
triple word score.
My name is Detective L. Ritchie. In my time, I've had to deal with everything you can imagine. Gentlemen, what would you say if I told you that I fingerprinted it?
Printers?
Did you bring your car? Go on up. We're gonna save the world. Yes. And you are?
Me. I am the saviour.
Well, that's me turned off for the night then.